What's up, guys? Will the RNG Lord here. We are here for our Week 6 match of the CPC, going up against Jake, coach of the Virginia Tech Froakies. Now, Jake went undefeated last season, and this season he's only got one loss as of now. We're going to try to give him his second one, but he's a phenomenal battler. Like, no one can put that past him. Jake's just absolutely probably one of the best players in the league. And so he went undefeated last season, only losing once in playoffs. He was the first person to ever go undefeated in a regular season. Cough, cough, chimpact, cough, cough. But let's look at his team real quick. So he's got Mega Gardevoir, Manaphy, Hydreigon, Metagross, Lucario, Amoonguss, Golbat, Sneasel, Kangaskhan, and Rhyperior. And his Zmons are Manaphy and Sneasel. And here our team consists of Tapu Lele, Salamence, Dugtrio, Heatran, Muckalola, Blastoise, Jolteon, Mega Alakazam, Dunsparce, and our Z movers are Salamence and Dunsparce. Alright, so going into the team builder for this week, shoutouts to TTM Jolt for helping me build my team. I forgot to nickname this week, so I'm just gonna put in these nicknames kind of embarrassingly when they're not gonna show up on the thing. Junko our Tapu Lele with the Mind Plate, with Psychic, Nature's Madness, Moonblast, and Shadow Ball. Nature's Madness is to chip away at both the Gardevoir and the Mega Metagross. And then two coverage, not the Mega Metagross, the Mega Gardevoir and the Metagross. The Psychic, Moonblast, just dual stabs, always good to have. Shadow Ball, mostly to chip at the Metagross and the Gardevoir once again. Then we have our Blitzkrieg, our Jolteon, which is a Flame Orb Quick Feet set. This is so I don't get completely destroyed by Z Rain Dance Manaphy, which I have a feeling he's going to bring this week. And so Protect, HP Grass, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. HP Grass just to kind of catch the Rhyperior. And then he doesn't really have much of a, barring Amoonguss, he doesn't really have much of an electric switch in. So that's our Jolteon set. Then we have our Blastoise with Assault Vest, with Mirror Coat, Dragon Tail, Scald, and Ice Beam. Just typical bulk invested, nothing too special. Relaxed Nature. That's our Sheldon Cooper. Then we have Zazo, our Muck, with Knockoff, Poison Jab, Pursuit, Gunk Shot. Assault Vested, just like Blastoise, again, nothing too special, nothing that we haven't brought before. Then we have our Dim Spoons, our Mega Alakazam, with Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball. The Energy Ball is for the Rhyperior, and then the 3 coverage moves to kind of hit. We were modest. We were just running enough speed to speed creep the Sneasel, and then the rest in HP, just so we could try to live a hit. Then we have our Dugtrio with Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Memento, Rock Tomb. With the Focus Sash, Rock Tomb just helps slow things down for the other members of my team. Earthquake, because best move on Dugtrio by far. Stealth Rock to kind of, just get momentum. I kind of blacked out there. I don't need to explain why Stealth Rock is good. And then finally our Memento, just for the off chance that we get to kind of, you know, get there with Dugtrio. Meaning we cripple one of his mons to an extent to where another mon can just come in and wall break. We didn't bring any setup sweepers like the Z-Mens, so I'm actually regretting this set, but I would have preferred Scarf probably, but looking back at the match, because the match has already happened, but let's get into it anyway. So, I'm going to lead off with my Alakazam here, as he's going to lead Hydreigon, so at this point, I thought I could just risk it and click Dazzling Gleam, but I don't want to risk him being Scarf Hydreigon, and I don't want him one-shotting me if he's anything but Scarf Hydreigon. Um, so I'm at the point where Alakazam's too important in this match to risk it turn 1. So I just want to go out into my Assault Vest Muck to take a hit, as he's going to double into his Metagross predicting me. So here, I'm just going to pursue him because I don't think he wants to really stay in, because I do believe he is an Assault Vest set, and because of that, I don't think he wants that knocked off. So I think he's just safer switching. So I'm going to Pursuit Trap him, get some nice damage on this Metagross, as he goes into Rhyperior. And here I'm just thinking, okay, I definitely need Muck around. Blastoise is the only thing on my team that can remotely take a hit from this. So he goes for Rocks, which he does expect me to have Spin. And I'm just going to predict him to go out into his Hydreigon here. And I'm going to go for the Ice Beam over the Scald. And so at this point, okay, this is where the match kind of gets weird. So he's going to Roost, and I'm going to click Mirror Coat. Now, the reason I clicked Mirror Coat was because it wouldn't let me click the cancel button. I realized at that moment, oh shit, I misclicked. And that didn't really matter as much as it seemed. I could have gotten more Ice Beam damage. I don't want to jinx myself by saying potentially a freeze, but I mean, I could have gotten more Ice Beam damage, which it sucks, but misclicks happen. So here he's just going to fire off a Draco, and I do see he's Life Orb now, so I don't have to worry about a Scarf. So Alakazam's safe to just revenge that thing. And I'm going to Dragon Tail him out, which I'm going to force him into his Metagross, and here I'm just going to go for the safe play and click Scald. I probably should have Dragon Tailed again, because that would have forced his Hydreigon out again, and it would have taken even more damage. But I go for the safe play. I go for the Scald to try to get a burn on this. But he's just going to stay in with his Hydreigon and Roost. And I'm just going to Ice Beam, and at this point he realizes he can't 1v1 my Blastoise, so he's going to go out into his Mega Gardevoir, and I'm just going to Scald it. I do get a crit, and I do get a burn, which the burn slowly is going to whittle this Gardevoir down, and yeah. It didn't matter as much as he thinks it did, but we'll get into that later. So here I'm just trying to 1v1 this Gardevoir, which it reveals Wish Protect. I'm not really a special Muck set or anything, just the normal Assault Vest. So he's going to go out into his Rhyperior, and I'm going to knock off his Shuka Berry and get the Poison Touch off, which that's nice because we're chipping away at the Rhyperior slowly but surely. And here I'm just going to go into my Blastoise to tank an Earthquake. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, Rhyperior is going to beat me if I don't do anything about it. So I'm just going to Scald. I'm going to get a burn on this Manaphy. That's not huge, but it'll do something. So here I miss a Dragon Tail, and that sucks. Here, I'm just going to go for a Scald again, just making the predictable play, but it's fine. So at this point, I lose my Blastoise. Now I've lost my Rhyperior switch in, which is kind of bad. I'm a little bit on the back foot now. So I'm going to go out into my Zam, and I'm just going to click Dazzling Gleam because um, it's probably my safest play. If he stays in, I don't want, like, he could stay in predicting me to Shadow Ball, and that's exactly what he does. So I'm going to take out this Hydreigon here, and he's going to go into his Gardevoir and try to T-Wave me, as you see he does. But before that, I get a massive Shadow Ball hit off, which we did find out it was a high roll. I'm modest, not timid though. It wasn't a max roll like he thought. So I am still able to 2-hit KO him, which he didn't think I was able to do, but I was because I was modest. So now he's going to go into his Lucario, and I honestly don't know at this point if this thing's Scarf or not because my Alakazam was paralyzed. However, I expect it to be Scarf, and I expect him to switch out from Lucario into Rhyperior here, because Rhyperior is the only thing that really wants to take a Volt Switch. And so I'm going to HP Grass on the incoming Rhyperior when I could have just Electric moved into the Rhyperior. I was sick when I was playing this battle. I'm like healthy now, but when I was sick, I was kind of just all over the place with my thoughts. I'm just like, I'm getting really impatient. I want to win this. As you see by the little damage, he is in fact Assault Vest Metagross. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna Volt Switch there. Um, so he's gonna Earthquake. It's not quite gonna take me out, but it's gonna do a lot, putting me in range of a Bullet Punch. So my Muck goes down here, and at this point, I'm probably thinking I could have just went Lele, killed the Metagross, and won from that point with the Jolteon, but I go Dugtrio, and then I go out into my Lele, predicting the Bullet Punch because there's no way he would have not clicked Bullet Punch there. I kind of, like, at that moment I went out into Dugtrio, I'm kind of just like, oh shit, Bullet Punch is a thing. Okay, I better block that with my terrain. And so I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball and take him out here because Modest Lele, nothing's living. So here is where I choke the game away. So I have Dugtrio, Lele, and Jolteon left. I could have gone out into either Jolteon or Sack Doug a little bit earlier. Or I should have gone out into Jolteon here on his Iron Tail. That would have let me get Volt Switch damage, leaving Dugtrio open to sack. However, that is not what I do. Instead, I decide to be an idiot and sack my Lele. And now I lose to Scarf Lucario. Yay! So I'm going to go out into Jolteon, and he's going to switch, sacking his Manaphy off to my Modest Thunderbolt. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to click Thunderbolt again, or I'm going to Protect. He does tell me after the match he had Final Gambit, and he was very close to clicking it. If he would have clicked it, then that would have been the greatest moment in all of Mon's history. But he's going to close combat, and I'm going to get the Protect up. So that's going to be the end of this game, and GG to Jake. He got me in a very close 1-0 victory. I will blame it on me being sick for me not playing my best, but Jake put up a really good fight, and that's all I could have really hoped for. A win would have been better, but that's all we really got. So, yeah. See you guys next week when we play 681 Shadow, an old rival of ours.